Welcome everybody to another great night for racing. We are here with the Vigilante Racing League in their recruitment race, the Summer Sizzler 100 at Auto Club in the truck. So this should be a fantastic racing here tonight. I am your host, Alan Brown, and I am joined in the booth with Mr. Alan English. How you doing tonight, man?
Great, man. It feels like a Saturday night. Saturday night at your local track almost, because the lights are on here, and it's a money race tonight with $50 going to the winner. So looking forward to some exciting racing as these guys are fighting for a purse tonight.
Yeah, and down on pit road, who just had his cooler restocked for him, that would be Mr. Adam Turner. Dude, it's 100 laps here tonight. It's going to be a long one.
Yeah, this is a 2-mile track. It's kind of one of those, I like to call them a tweener track, you know, in between the cookie cutter track and the Talladegas of the world. California Super Speedway, Auto Club Super Speedway. Well, I love this track. I love these cars, and they're actually trucks, but I love them. And what could be a better way to start out a kind of a newer league, Vigilante Racing League, than something like this? They're putting on a recruitment race here, trying to get some more people in the league, some good people. And we talked to these guys. They're pumped. They're ready. They're excited about this stuff, and so am I. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to be in it for the long haul and just try to have as much fun as we can.
Yeah, and it looks like we will be racing under the lights here at Auto Club Speedway, as we can kind of see the weather there. It's not too bad. It's going to be nice and cool, so grip should not be an issue here tonight. Which is going to bring us down to our key to the race, and that is going to be find your line. This track is wide enough that you kind of have a pick of the lines that you want to run.
That's right. You're going to have guys that rim riders going to be riding around the top. You're going to have some guys that might be high in 1 and 2, and they're going to cut it low in 3 and 4, or vice versa. So look for a lot of different lines out there tonight. And like you said, this track is wide enough to do that. And it's wide enough to where if we do get some come up on some lap cars, I mean, you got all the room in the world to get around some lap cars and race 3, and I bet we'll see some 4-wide action tonight.
Well, I hope so. And another thing about this track, there's pretty much grooves all over this track, and you can see the lines. There's markings all the way through, so it's not hard to follow your line if you're concentrating. Now, these trucks, like you like to say, they punch a big piece of air out the back of them, so that tends to make the car move a little bit, and you kind of have to know how to work in a field like that. So we'll see how they all, shuffle out as we start. But man, it's going to be cool, dude. I love California. It's the home of the Kardashians, so I mean, who doesn't love something like that?
And right now we got cars rolling out for qualifying here, and they're going to have 2 laps to attempt to put in the best time, as it's a good way to kind of stage up your grid. It looks like we have a pretty full field here tonight, a little over 30 cars. I think it was 31 cars, so this ain't going to be no joke of a race here.
And they've got 5 minutes to get their best lap here out of 2. So, yeah, big car counts because everybody wants that money, man.
Yeah, they want the money, but the best part about this is they're recruiting. The Vigilante Racing League, they're recruiting, so we're going to have a good turnout. I'm confident we're going to have a good race. These trucks are fun to drive, and guys that jump in here usually know what they're doing. So it's going to be fun.
Hopefully big car count means that a lot of these guys are going to go ahead and check out Vigilante Racing League as they're getting started. Their truck league, they run decent length races. I mean, this one's 100 laps. I was looking through their schedule. Most of them are 75, 100 laps. Even the big super speedways like Talladega, I think they run 75 laps. So good long races and lots of action.
Yeah, and I think they're going to run 15 races this season, And they're going to charge 20 bucks a car for 15 races. That's damn near $1 a race, guys. And you got a chance to win money every race. So I love money. I think you guys love money. So nothing better than a nice money league and puts it all on the line and makes it real interesting, especially near the end of those races.
And right now, Eric Klafka is sitting on that pole position, and he is currently a league member. So that's good to see some of these league members showing up and showing out, and hopefully gonna put on a good show. And at the same time, as Jonathan Adkins takes that spot away.
Yeah, looks like by a tenth and a half there. So Jonathan had a pretty good lap there, 41.66.
He may know what he's doing. This is a fixed setup league too, guys. So there's none of that stuff where, the little setup guys, how they kind of know the little ways to make the truck run better. This is fixed. Everybody's on an equal playing field. So I tend to like this type of racing better myself, just because it's more fair, balanced, and man, California. The home of the real Mrs. Poindexter.
The 89 of Klafka's second lap was a little bit better. He bested Jonathan Adkins' time by 100th of a second. He got a 41.65 on that last one.
I still got some people trying to put in some times here. Got Roy Hyde in the 00 machine. See what he can do for a lap time here. He's currently sitting 16th, which is pretty much right smack dab middle of this grid. Let's see if he can't improve.
As we're doing that, I'm looking at where the people are from here, man. They're from Maine to Spain. I'm seeing Canada, UK, Florida, Illinois, California, Pennsylvania, the Midwest. We got it all here tonight. What a
all over
cool group of people. Let's get this thing rocking.
A couple cars still out there trying to get their couple of laps in. This is why they make it 5 minute, just in case we get a couple people show up a little bit behind. They may not get a lap in, but at least they'll get to grid a car.
So see the 75 of Thomas Fensler. Excuse me, it looks like a 10. I was going to say try to best his time, but not quite there. So he had an issue coming off of one of the turns.
Well, I'm counting 35 cars so far.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty awesome. And what's going to be really good is we do have 2 fast repairs in this race. So, if you get caught up in something, you're going to be able to make your way back. Super long race. You have to go with the strategy that you came with and stick to it, because it's going to be a challenge, to be honest with you. It is a long race. This is a marathon, not a sprint.
And these drivers are going to have a little 10-minute warm-up period here, just in case those last-minute stragglers who joined didn't really get a chance to either get some practice in or even set a qualifying time, so they're not completely cold and not knowing what to expect when they get out here on this track.
We've got a couple of YouTube viewers. Bing72 says, "Let's go number 3 Bandit." And our buddy Fallen God 343, Isaac Wilson, watching the race, saying, "What's up, guys?" Well, we got a brand new league here, truck league, that they're recruiting. So hopefully they get some new members today.
Yeah, man. Isaac is a good racer himself. He might have won something the other day. Kind of watched that one. Good job on him. Hey, look here. I just wanted to say that this Hot Rod guy is a slacker, man. I've been told that. I know Hot Rod is a slacker, and I wish him the best in what he's doing here tonight.
Views of Adam Turner do not represent the views of M.TV.
I'm just doing what I was requested to do. People have requests. They like to see stuff happen on the television, And this is a color TV set. It's not the old black and white
yeah.
like we used to have to watch English.
With both of the knobs. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This warm-up thing, I don't know if they're going to try to run in packs or just going to feel out how the tires are going. You know, it's a recruitment race, so these guys, they don't really know each other. So, but I bet they're going to know each other by the end of the night. You know how I like those fireworks.
Oh, yeah, I know it.
Oh, yeah, I know it as well, and I'm sure you're going to see some of that here tonight, because these trucks are pretty sturdy and pretty stable here. So I wouldn't doubt to see we see some three-wide racing at some point where they're pretty much door to door.
Jacob Black chimed in on YouTube, says the session is locked. Yeah, they just went into the warm-up after qualifying's over. You can't join the session afterward.
But I think you can still join the league if you like what you see.
Definitely check the league out.
Yeah.
Watch the broadcast if you like what you see. Definitely head over to Vigilante Racing League. Hit them up, talk to them. Got questions, ask them.
Yeah, we talked to them a little bit. There's some real down-to-earth people. They're looking to, create a fun environment for racing, iRacing, which we all know is a simulation. It's not a game. This is Summer Sizzler 100 Vigilante Racing League.
As we got about 6.5 minutes of this warm-up going on, we'd also like to say thank you to DND Racing Graphics. He is one of the members here of Vigilante Racing, and sounds like he's been putting a lot of time, effort, and money into this thing. So thank you very much, DND Race Graphics.
Yeah, he's got a Facebook page. Y'all looking for car paints and stuff like that. DND Delta November Delta DND Race Graphics, and graphics is spelled Grafix. So type that in your YouTube search bar and go check them out.
Wow, a guy from Louisiana can actually spell.
Yeah. Come
well,
on now.
That wasn't actually the correct hypothetic spelling, but it was the correct spelling for the
It's correct.
website.
It's correct. UN phonetics, not that stuff that you learned.
Okay, we won't go into
You
that.
probably say David.
David.
Victor for N?
I thought it was a Victor.
No.
I get confused. I'm over here.
November.
I'm in the bead laboratory. Things are happening. I got kids running around, playing karate in the garage. It's a rough night over here.
So Grumpy Gramp Gaming on YouTube says they race every Wednesday. Is this fixed setup? Yes and yes. Their first race is going to be on September 8th, so 2 weeks from now. And, yeah.
Grumpy Gramp Racing, those guys can race now.
Yeah, we know a couple of those guys from the league.
I think they can paint some cars as well.
Yeah, definitely check these guys out. As we mentioned, every race during the regular season of 15 races is going to be a money race. 25 to win. And what are the second and third?
15 and 10.
15
and I
and
think
10.
there's some money for the hard charger, too. So
Yeah, that's
they're
right.
throwing money out there.
Yeah, check them out, Grumpy Gramps. Go check them out.
$20 a car, 15 weeks. I mean, I'm not good at math, but that's like $1.15 a raise, basically. So,
Pretty cheap.
yeah, man, looking good. Let's do it.
As our time here with the warm-up starting to kind of come to a close, and I'm looking at some of these paint schemes, man. They're pretty slick.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things I like to do while we're doing this. Just kind of run through everybody's paint scheme, and you got guys that do it themselves. You got the amateurs. You got the guys that are more on a pro level. But hey, individuality is kind of what makes it cool. you can take a little bit of Dale's car, you can take a little bit of this car, or you can make your own, and it's awesome, man. And it kind of personalizes these races, and
there's really no limit we can do when you're painting cars. A friend of ours, Greg, paints a lot of cars, and he loves to do a lot of chrome and stuff in them. I mean, you can do that with Photoshop. And
Greg Klein, he likes to crash people too. Also, sorry, Greg. Another friend of ours, racer, Red Stick Mike Simone. That guy likes to paint as well.
Oh, that guy can paint a car.
Yeah, he runs real well at the beginning of races. I can assure you that.
It's good to have. It's good to have a painter in your league like what these guys have here too with this D&D race graphics. I'm sure he had a hand in painting a few of these.
Yeah, this is just really cool, and under the lights in California,
Night races are my favorite, man.
It's a great state to visit. At least, the weather's nice. This track is, man, I love this track. I can't believe what NASCAR is going to try to do to it. It's kind of sad, but
are they making a half mile out of it? Or something?
The real estate is too expensive out there,
Oh, really?
Yeah, the real Annabelle Peaches was talking to me the other day, and she was like, "Look, land is money out here. You know what I mean? It's just too much. It's too costly. So I think they're gonna put some strip malls out there. Or, I don't know, maybe a Tiffany's in the parking lot and shorten it up.
Spent a little time in Southern California about how long ago was that now? About 22 years ago. And man, you talk about some beautiful beaches, man. That Pacific can get cold too, boy.
Oh, that's where all the great whites are. I wouldn't want to get in that water. Stick your knees in it. That's about it. But yeah, it's gorgeous. Dana Point, all the way up to San Francisco. I mean, wow, that's a nice piece of America out there. And this racetrack is truly Americana, and it's going to be sad when it actually does go and they shorten it up and turn it into, a Martinsville or something. I'm not sure what they're doing, but
yeah,
hey, we're always going to have it here. We're always going to have it here on iRacing.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good thing they have it now because, it's always kind of a pain, what Dale Jr. and his buddies did with North Wilkesboro, having to go back to a track after, it shut down and go out there with weed eaters and everything, get ready for the laser scan machine. So I'm just glad that they did that. But when California goes and changes, we already have it.
So many other places too that that little series, what Dale Jr. does, and if you like him, you don't, I don't care. It's super cool, and his part in iRacing has been tremendous, and I think it's brought a lot of these people to it, just to this series of racing, this style of racing, computer PC racing. So that's
right.
That's why we're here. I mean, he's a big part of it.
Looks like they're gridding up behind the pace car on pit road there, Alan.
That it does. So we will now go through what your starting grid is gonna look like. You got Eric Klafka winning the pole position and starting up in that front row with Jonathan Adkins on his outside. Zach Wheeler will be starting in third with Thomas Fensler starting in fourth. In fifth, you'll have William George, and in sixth, you'll have Tyler Green. In seventh is Jermaine Vines, and in eighth, Trevor Robertson. In ninth, you'll have Mike Everidge, and rounding out your top 10 is Tanner Kalin.
17 of Brian Miskell Jr. will be starting 11th. The 3 of Austin Paul will be rolling off 12th. The 32 of Mike Redmond will be starting 13th place. The 55 of Ricky Wittenberg, he's one of the league members here. He'll be starting 14th. The 33 of Jess Vaught, also a member of this league, starting 15th. The 07 of Jack Dixon, starting 16th. The 00 of Roy Hyde starting 17th place. The 30 of Chandler Hayden starting in 18th. The 027 of Angelica Timmerman, she's also a league member here, rolling off 19th. The 66 of Gabe Cazzola starting in 20th. The 26 of Eric Blunt starting in 21st. The 28 of Jorge Rincon starting in 22nd. The 01 of Kelly Cool, also a league member, starting 23rd. And the 4 of Larry Eddy will be starting 24th place.
I don't want to jump on anything. Are they about to go live here, boys?
You
Or
can
do I
run.
need to keep reading?
Go ahead, run it through real quick.
Real quick. Josh Bittner, Simon Strigg, that's going to be a hard one. Strigus, Jacob Chisman, Ryan Nardone, Adam Boltemeyer, Caleb Adrian, Anthony Rubardi, Chad Adams, Kyle Fitzpatrick, Russ Kilgore, and Howie Meyer. Sorry, I tried to make that real quick.
That's all right. Pace car coming down. This field's ready to get going. Green flags waving, and away we go. Pretty clean start. Looks like we're going to try to push it 3 wide already back there in that kind of middle section there. But they're looking all right so far. Down into turn number 1. Side by side they go. Eric Klafka and Jonathan Adkins running pretty much about the same speed. I think the outside getting a little bit more momentum there off the corner. So Jonathan Adkins is going to be your new leader off of that restart. And man, we got a whole slew of cars behind them.
Battles all over the track here as these guys are not wasting any time on making some moves, trying to make some track
position. We got a car
as the 17
sideways.
Goes around. Still
Couple
green.
cars turn. Cold tires now. Let's keep going.
As we
Still green here, thank goodness.
As we still roll on, looks like Eric Klafka was able to stay up there. I don't know.
17 of Brian Miskell Jr. just kind of spun by himself. That's what happened to him.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, Gabe Cazzola was involved there. He's kind of in the back, but hey, they're still rolling. Let's keep this show going.
Yeah, looks like Eric is still currently sitting there in the lead. I don't know who that. I believe that's the 17 of Brian Miskell Jr. He might have missed the start because he's already about to go a lap down because that leader is on his tail.
He was involved in that spin here a few minutes ago, but he got right back out on the track and kept rolling, so could have been worse.
Gabe Cazzola coming down pit road.
Ooh, way early for pits. I bet he has some damage. Looks like the 75's got a little damage on the right rear spoiler. Spoiler and a fender and a rear cowling there on his right side. That's definitely affecting his aero as he slides up near the wall and loses some ground to some other cars here.
As they're
trucks, I'm sorry.
3 wide back here, fighting for like 15th and 16th. So the battling to try to find your lane and get as many spots as possible is still going on.
Yeah, and I'm watching Thomas Finsler in the 75 car. He keeps dropping like a rock. He's got bad damage to his back right truck lid and kind of hitting the wall there. So he's losing some ground.
Still early, but I mean, 100 lap race. We're on lap 4. We've got a long ways to go here, boys.
Yeah, Gabe Cazzola is coming out of the pits here. He must have got it all fixed up.
See here, the 30 of Chandler Hayden is really sticking to that bottom line, even though it looks like I think the top line is where you might want to be, because that's just about where everybody else is.
They really are all forming up there. It looks like you got a couple of guys that are running 2 or 3 wide. They may just be waiting for a spot to open up so they can jump up there with them.
And unfortunately, he might have to wait a while because there is a whole slew of cars as Ricky Wittenberg is currently sitting there on his outside.
Yeah, let me ask you this, English. How does aero play into a 2-mile track like this? Does it help? Is it super speedway type of help, or?
It's super speedway-ish just because, okay, it's 2 miles. These guys are doing 180-something miles an hour, but it's because of the size of these trucks and the size of the spoiler and the way the cab's shaped and everything. So draft is very important here, even though Auto Club Speedway isn't technically a super speedway, but it really drives like one with these trucks.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like one. Man, they're like 3 or 4 wide back here in 20th spot, 18th, 19th. Man, these guys are rocking it out, trying to sort each other out and see, hey, who's the boss? What are we going to do here?
It's also been pretty clean, though. I mean, this track is wide, so there is definitely some room, and these guys have kept it pretty well together. Really not too much car contact yet, but I do expect to see some as this race goes along, and so, I mean, these guys are very, very close.
Man.
Grumpy Gramp Gaming again on YouTube saying we are interested in a Wednesday league. They want to wait and see how this goes tonight for them, and yeah, man, if you like what you see, Grumpy Gramps, head on over to Vigilante Racing League is how it's spelled out, and check them out in the league directory.
If you're a Vigilante, you want those guys. Those guys are good. That's some fun. Those are some fun race car drivers, man. They're
fun guys to race.
And good group of guys. I'm riding along here with Russ Kilgore in the 35 genuine draft car, man. He's just kind of doing his thing, moving up a little bit, moving inside all these people here. He's kind of moving up the pack in 16th. And is saving tires an issue? I mean, do you want to save tires? What do you want to do here?
That run a whole lot here, but I would assume that tires are still going to be important. I don't really know. I guess time will tell. Let's see how these guys do on this first run. It looks like everybody's got pretty good grip, low track temp. The tires are good and warmed up now. You had the couple of guys that spun earlier. That's just a cold tire situation, I believe. So now they're up to temp, up to pressure, lots of grip all around. So everybody looks pretty comfortable.
And up at the front, we got Tanner Kalin passing Eric Klafka on that bottom line, so he's going to move up into third. So yeah, and we also got Zach Wheeler moving up into second. So we got some racing to do up at the front still. But Jonathan Atkins very firmly in control of this race right now with about 0.8 of a second lead.
How about the 29 of Caleb Adrian? Up 19 spots. He's now in the top 10. So watch out for Caleb, man. He's up there on a tear.
There's some movers here, but what I'm super impressed about is, hey man, this is open hosted. They're recruiting, and I think people are here to impress. They're not here to checker a wrecker, kind of like our friend Matt Forns from Washington would say. You know, they're here to race and prove that they want to be a part of this league. So damn clean racing so far, and really good racing.
And sorry, I misspoke. I was talking about the 35 of Russ Kilgore. He's up 20 spots.
Yeah, I've been riding with Russ for the last 10 laps.
Yeah, you guys running, ain't he?
Yeah, man, it seems like he's got his rhythm. He's got a little groove going, and he's fun to watch. I'm just sitting there watching the back of him, kind of looking in front. And
as we got a car up in the wall.
A car in the wall?
We did. I don't know who it was, but I don't see them anymore. So we'll have to wait and see who comes down pit road, maybe.
I see the 26th car of Eric Blunt with some left side damage. I'm still looking around now. It's huge field, Brown. It's hard to do all this when
yeah.
you don't have the Tesla computer to put it into space.
Got the
look with your little old eyes, you.
Got the 3 of Austin Paul looking towards the inside of Jermaine Vines here. So that's going to be for 9th and 10th. And, man, we still got a whole slew of cars there maybe looking to try to get their name into that top 10.
I mean, what's cool for me, because, when I used to race, I retired. I was always in the back. These guys in the back, they got a pretty solid line. I'm looking at Kelly Cool in the 23 car. He's just running his line, doing his thing, That's kind of what you have to be patient. We have a long race here, so let's be patient. Let's not turn anybody, at least until 10 laps to go.
Now,
how aggressive do you be here, Alan? How long do you race safe and not take too many chances?
man, 100 laps is a long way. I mean, we're only on lap 14, so we still got time. But the problem is, you can't be too laid back and don't want to say sensitive, but you got to be a little bold here. Otherwise, you're just going to lose a lot of time, especially if the thing stays green the entire way. It's very hard to get time back.
Adam, me and you have been in that situation before at a race. We said, we're just going to kind of ride in the back and be careful. And next thing you know, all these green flag laps bit us in the butt, and we started getting lapped.
Yeah. Man, I jumped back to Russ Kilgore, 35 car, genuine draft. He was running so well, he hit the wall. Now he's getting freight trained. A little bit of damage, he'll be all right. We got 2 fast repairs here, and sounds like he's under power a little bit.
And we got a whole bunch of cars back here still in 14th through 19th that all still want a good finishing position here tonight. And just been seeing it go 3 wide occasionally here, and this track is wide enough to kind of safely do that if you need to do it.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of spins and a couple of cars get in the wall, but if the admins want to, they can throw a flag, but they're really trying to let iRacing make those kind of decisions for them just out of fairness, and it's one less thing that they have to worry about doing, because if you've ever adminned a race, I mean, it is not easy. So you're having to look at everybody and watch how people are driving, and
that's the right call. That's kind of what you want. You want the admins to watch the other things, and you want iRacing to throw the flags. So hey, I think they got something good going here, and 17 laps in, I think we're seeing it.
As right now, a name to kind of watch. You also got Jacob Chrisman. He's currently in 11th, up 16 positions. So he's just outside of that top 10 right now, but he's definitely looking at making some moves even more going forward.
Yeah, I'm just thumbing through some of these paint jobs. This number 20 car, set in P4, Zach Wheeler. Don't tread on me. I like that paint job. That's a cool one.
Woo, the 4 slid up the track there, almost got into the 2 car, and came over the radio right away. Said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ride up on you like that." So a little bit of sportsmanship out there. They're racing for money, folks, but
they
these
are.
guys are still trying to be neighborly, you know.
Well, it's getting slippery now. I mean, you know how these tires work. You and I have run quite a bit, and
it starts pushing like a dump truck after.
Yeah, it does.
After a while.
And now my question for you guys is going to be, when do we start seeing pit stops here? We're starting to encroach on that 2 seconds a lap slower mark, so I got a feeling I wonder if these tires are going to give out before the fuel gives out.
Yeah, I think the tires always give out before the fuel. That's just me personally. I'm not good at this by any means, but I don't know. I think if we see a caution, definitely, but
for sure,
I would just ride it out until the leader. You know, as long as you can ride it and stand it and kind of maintain where you're at, I would stay out there.
Yeah, these trucks are set up with 100% fuel, I believe. So, yeah, it's going to be how slow do you want to go before you come in to get 4 fresh Goodyears in a full tank? So, man. I don't know, man. You might see some different. If one goes, I think the rest will go, huh, Alan?
I would say that's the case, as William George, don't look now, but he's making a little bit of a later push here. He's taken over second place from Tanner Kalin. Trevor Robertson's also kind of sneaking his way up there in that 6 car.
And hey, I've been a part of a lot of recruiting races, and I can tell you right now, so far, this is the cleanest thing I've seen. I mean,
I'm with
guys, you. Yeah, the Vigilante Racing League is I don't know if they laid down the law with these guys, or these guys are super serious about racing this stuff. Is another friend of ours, Mr. Macaroni and Cheese, he likes to say super cereal. That's how they're acting out here. So, hey, man.
Great racing so far.
Yeah, super awesome Yahtzee time.
As we got some action back here in like 15th. We went 3 wide there for a second. Looks like Mike Redman in the 32 Trekker Boats car for Bass Pro Shops there. He's,
you know who loves to see that? The guys running single file right behind him. You know, the 72, the 20, and the 00 of Roy Hyde, the 00 of Roy Hyde at the back of this little trio that's running. They're trying to run down a few of these cars in the top dozen. So, but they're sticking together. They're running pretty clean. Got a little battle behind them too. 2 in the 41, I believe.
And also, so a little rough go of it, or trying to super save something, because he is down to 11th. So from the lead to 11th, man, he's either falling off the pace pretty hard, or there might be some strategy going on up there. But Jonathan Adkins is your current leader, again, pretty securely. He's up a second and a half, give or take. Looks like William George is starting to kind of eat into that just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if Klafka, the 89 of Eric Klafka, I don't know if he burned his right front tire up already, or if, like you said, he's wanting to kind of pace himself here.
Oh, as the 20 of Zach Wheeler is a little out of sorts after tapping that wall. He's going to lose a couple positions there. And man, that got dicey for a second.
Yeah, it's not hard to accidentally slide up into that wall, and you know these trucks are starting to push a little bit now at this point. I'm sure with 24 lap old tires.
Oh, push it! That's there's no other way to say it. I've run these trucks down to 5% on the right front, and it's not pretty when you get to that point.
As we are about to reach the quarter of the way mark here, it's kind of a runaway for Jonathan Adkins. William George currently in second, with Trevor Robertson finding his way up into third. Tanner Kalin was up there in third for a good little bit, but he's slipped down into fourth. And Jacob Chrisman, I mentioned him, watch out. He is up 22 spots currently in fifth.
That's crazy. As we got Eric Blunt in the 26 car, 26th position, coming down pit road right now.
So I think once you see a couple of the lead cars going down there, maybe a couple of cars out of the top 5.
Tanner Kalin currently coming down pit road. It's going to be a little difficult entry there. I don't know what we got to slow down to, but we're going... you got to go from 180 miles an hour down to 55. So,
Brown, let me ask you this. You know, you're a bookie, you know, kind of a horse racing guy, but what would you have thought we'd had of caution by now, wouldn't you?
Oh, I was expecting one right from the get-go, and I'm very pleasantly wrong on that one.
Yeah, man, this is super clean. Real good racing here.
You think you'll see a bunch of cars right here at 25 pitting? or close to 25 and try to make like a 3-stop race out of this thing? Because they can make it in 3.
Yes, they could. I
don't see them making a 2-stopper. I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't know. I mean, Jonathan Adkins there still isn't, has not pitted yet, so we'll just have to see.
We'll have some guys watching their fuel pressure gauge here in about 10 laps, I bet.
Yeah, as William George cutting that lead down to under a second now.
Yeah, Trevor Robertson right there close with him.
So these guys are finding this late run speed, so they're definitely not asking for any cautions.
00 with a huge run passing 2 cars. Went 3 wide for a second on the inside. The 00. Let's see who that was.
Roy Hyde.
Roy Hyde got a pretty nice little hot rod tonight. He's keeping it straight and keeping it fast.
And I'm willing to bet why he was able to pass them so easily was that they were too wide, and both of them might have pushed up the track, and which slowed them down even more. So I think that's how he was able to get by so easy. As looks like Jack Dixon is now coming into the pits.
Yeah, Tanner Caitlin just coming out of the pits here. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric Klofka. Well, that's a different one in the 5 wide racing, looks like. So he's coming out at number 89. He just pitted. So everybody's got a strategy. Everybody's got a plan. You got to stick to it, And this is like a team environment. So you get in this league, you're going to join a team, and you guys are going to have your own little plan and how to attack these different tracks that they're going to race. So I love truck racing, guys. This is kind of my thing.
I'll be doing 15 races this season, so if you guys are interested in seeing what their schedule is and stuff, you can look at their schedule on the iRacing in there. Go into the league directory and look up Vigilante Racing League and click on it, and their members list is hidden, but you can still click on their race seasons and check out their schedule. It's going to be an exciting season, I think.
Yeah, well, it's all about the money, and the winner tonight is a $50 payout. That basically makes you a professional, does it not? That means you are getting paid to play not a game.
You almost
race a simulation via the computer. Hey, the NASCAR guys do it. They use this platform all the time. So, you're putting yourself up there.
Tool. It's a training tool, not a video game.
Exactly. I don't know how many people are from the South around here, but yeah, video game. That's kind of what we.
Game.
Don't you play that video game, boy? Get back out there in the garage and do karate.
Me and my brother saved up money to buy a Nintendo, and we'd wake up in the middle of the night and what is that noise? Going down the hallway, and Dad's in there playing Duck Hunt, sitting right in front of the TV cheating. After he told us, video games, Yeah. He's in there playing Duck Hunt.
He's the first one interested. I've seen that. Yeah, my dad and the Atari 2600. A little older.
I had one. I had a hand-me-down from cousin Robbie.
Yeah,
until we got
cousin Robbie. I was your cousin Robbie. Did you play Pong on that thing? That was crazy.
I don't remember Pong. We had Berserk and can't remember most of them now. It's been so many years ago, but
well,
we had a few games.
We're getting sidetracked from the race. Sorry about that, Brown.
Yeah, we are.
Let's keep it more professional.
I like story time.
How about this for professional? We now have 4 cars all within a second for the lead. So Jonathan Adkins' little gap that he had there has quickly burnt away as William George is now right up on that bumper of his.
Dang.
And looks like Jacob Chrisman is coming in with a hot run too.
You can throw a beach towel over these front 4 cars.
Well, I like that term. And Jermaine Vines in the 27 car, he's coming in and get something.
All right, we're now starting to see the pits as Jonathan Atkins, William George, Chandler Hayden, Roy Hyde, Adam Bultmeyer. They're all coming down. So right now your leader is going to be Jacob Chrisman. He's up 26 spots.
So we're at a third. So yeah, 2-stop race it'll be for a lot of these guys.
Well, I hadn't mentioned this car. I'm watching Angelica Timmerman in the 027 car. She's P18 right now.
And a league member.
Yeah, the old I am 911, the old hashtag I am 911. I don't know what that means, but that's pretty awesome. If you're 911, that means you can do a lot of things.
And Jacob Chrisman and Trevor Robertson now coming down. So for right now, our leader will be Austin Paul with Jess Vaught currently sitting there in second.
Michael Everett coming down in the 82 car as well. He was setting P2 as he came in.
So we're now starting to see drivers cycle through. And it looks like this race is just going to come down to your race strategy. Because we saw there very late in that run, Jacob Chrisman having a whole lot of pace and pretty easily passing those top 4 guys.
These guys made them tires last, didn't they, Adam?
Yeah, man, they're shuffling in and out, and it's cool because we're seeing different paint jobs now. Larry Eddy in the number 4 car is coming down, and a Sirius XM satellite radio car. The old Tundra, he's coming down, but hey, they're making them work.
Yeah, and if y'all are watching this stream on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch, if you got a question or a comment, you got a driver shout out or something, just type it in there and we'll broadcast over the air. We'll read your comments. So thanks for watching. We appreciate you.
As you're right, we are a little over a third of the way done this race. Still got some time left, but I'm starting to think these drivers that haven't pitted, I think they're going to be losing more time by staying out than actually coming down to get some fresh rubber.
They're going to come in, man. But look, I'm watching these guys. I'm looking at the 30 car, and he's P19. Chandler Hayden, Straight Avenue, and the sound of what's going on here is amazing. These trucks sound awesome. As they're running around this track single file, they're kind of sorting this out. But hey, man, hell of a race so far.
Enjoying it as well.
Oh man, as they're 4 wide up there, kind of where that lead group is, I think that just goes to show some difference between new tire and old tire, because I had some cars with newer tires kind of pretty easily. Oh, as I think that was the 30 going down into the apron.
Ooh, you gotta be careful down there. Don't get on that apron too much.
The leader, it looks like right now, Austin Paul coming down. He needs tires. He hasn't been in yet. But.
Austin Paul, Jess Vaught, Kelly Cool, and Simon Regis all coming down. So Ricky Wittenberg is going to be your leader. Still has not pitted yet. Same thing with Josh Bittner. And I think Angelica Timmerman is also one of the only ones that is still currently running that have yet to pit.
Yeah, she's coming in. And Ricky Wittenberg, that's not Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys. I talked to him, although I wish it was. He's still out there on those same tires. So I don't know if he's trying to get the hard charger. He's trying to...
No, he is. He's coming down now. So
all right, there you go.
Looks like, and same thing with Josh Bittner.
Yeah, Josh Bittner. Yep.
So looks like we will kind of finally cycle around through here, and Jonathan Adkins is going to regain the lead with almost a 2-second gap back to where second will be.
Hey, tell them Grampy boys to jump on in here. I think they'd enjoy this type of racing. They they have their own paint jobs. This is right up their alley, man. And if this is right up your alley, come look these guys up. Vigilante Racing League, man. They just started it up, but they've been around as friends. They thought, hey, man, we can do this. And they have, and what a show they're putting on tonight.
As we currently have a battle for 6, we've got William George and Roy Hyde. These two are side by side. Both have pitted within the last 6 or 7 laps. So looking forward to see who gets the better of who here. And it looks like Roy is going to be able to get around William. But William's not taking that one standing down. He's going to move back up to the inside.
Yeah, still patient, clean racing going on here, Adam.
Yeah.
Did you think it would last this long?
No, hell, no. I did not. To be honest with you, 15, 16, and 17, they just jumped up a little bit. Jess Vaught, I'm watching him. They're battling it out. He's now 13. You know, things change as they pass pit road, but 13, 14, and now 15. Quite a bit of good racing back here.
01 of Kelly Cool just pitted, it looks like. I'm not sure if that was scheduled or not. I hear a car in the wall, but I can't see him.
I also did not see any instances of where someone may have crashed. As you can see, Ricky Wittenberg there on the fresh tires, and by fresh I mean super fresh. She's just flying around some of these people that have 10-lap old tires.
Check out 31 here of Jacob Crispin. Up in third position, up 24 spots overall. Good job, Jacob.
Well, you got to get that money. It's all about the money. That's a hard charger if you can keep it going. I watched Mike Redmond in the Fast Pro Shops 32 car. He hit the wall there in turn 4, but he's rolling it. It doesn't look too bad. He's going to make it happen.
And we got Jack Dixon passing Tanner Kalin for second. So your top 5 as of right now is Jonathan Adkins, Jack Dixon, Tanner Kalin, Trevor Robertson, and Jacob Crispin.
Jack Dixon in the 07 up 14. He ain't no slacker either. He's been running. He's been running steady, running hard.
I hadn't seen too many slackers out here. I'm watching Austin Paul in the 3 car. It's something about Terror, but the paint is cool. Real purpley kind of thing. And man, these guys are running good tonight. Super excited to see this. And hey, they're going to be broadcast throughout the season. So you want a league, you want to be broadcast, you want to be on the big TV. This is your place.
Yeah, 15 race schedule that looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and the action starts. Well, the action starts tonight, but the actual Vigilante Racing League season starts on the 8th of September. So mark your calendars, folks. That's a Wednesday. All their races are going to be on Wednesday. The session starts at I believe it was 9 Eastern is when practice started, or 8 Eastern.
9.
9 Eastern. Okay. Sorry, I'm Central Time Zone, and I have trouble reading and doing math, so forgive me, folks.
That's called Louisiana. Anyway, I'm watching now Adam Boltmeyer. We hadn't mentioned him. He's in 11th place, 72 Jegs car, just humming along. Man, I can't believe what we're seeing here. I haven't had anything crazy happen. You know how I like fireworks, and I hope there's something gonna happen here later on in the race. But so far, this is real clean racing.
I'm just, when you said Jegs, it kind of made me have a little flashback. I've spent so much money with Jegs that it's insane.
And Trevor Robertson moving back up through after his pit cycle there. He's going to be back up in the second. He's gone around Jack Dixon and Jacob Crispin, pretty easily. So I wonder if those two, especially Jacob, because we saw Jacob with some late run speed, they might be saving some tires here.
Yeah, most of the drivers out here are on basically the same pit strategy. You got some guys that pitted at as late as 38, and some guys as early as 28. So kind of a 10-lap difference between most of the guys out there in the field on tire wear.
Yeah, you know what's really cool is you have 24 cars on the lead lap. I mean, that's for a recruitment race. That's hey, good job on them. And I want y'all to stay tuned to after the race because we're going to talk to Jess and Ricky if they're part of this league, and they're going to kind of run down how this is going to go down during the season and invite everyone to join this pretty awesome league, Vigilante Racing League. They pay money now. This is a money league. Let's do it for the money.
Yeah, we had 35 entries at the beginning of this race. We had 30 cars that actually gridded, and most of them are still out there. So pretty awesome to see a field this big stay this big, even though we're almost to halfway here. A lot of the hosted races you'll be a part of, your Mitchell Qualls races and stuff, they kind of weed themselves out after a few laps, but not here. These guys are taking Auto Club pretty serious, and they're putting in some good racing tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, even
go ahead, Brown. I'm
even
sorry
though
I stepped on you.
It's all good. Even though we got a big gap to the leader, it's about 6 seconds. So Jonathan Adkins really nailing his pit stop there. The gap between second and we'll call it sixth is about a second and a half. So these guys are still running pretty tight.
Yeah, 12 through 16, we got a little pack here too, you know. They're putting in the man hours back here for sure. Doing all the research and everything. So, man, super impressed. I did not expect this. I expected a little bit of mayhem, people to be weeded out, but man, real classy drivers here tonight.
You're going to start talking, you start talking about putting in the man hours, and I thought you were going to say something about putting liquid paper on a bee and how
we did that earlier in the race meeting. Go make me a sandwich.
Now, my question for you, Mr. English, because you're kind of one of these strategy guys, is some of these people that pitted around 34 to like 36, and I mean, we did see some pit on 39. Do you think they might have been able to stretch it out just a little bit longer, and so they're just taking fresh tires now, but for their next pit stop, they might push it just a little bit more past, 60, maybe towards the 70 mark, and then it's only a two-stop race at that point.
I bet they do, and I'll tell you why. They're already on track to do a two-stop race if it stays green. So why not push it a little bit farther? Because, okay, here's my thinking. That's what I would do because I'm counting on somebody to take somebody out because we got some pay involved here. So I think the aggression is going to ramp up at probably about lap 80 is what I'd be guessing. So, yeah, I'm going to push it as far as I can. I want to have the good tires late. I don't want to push it to the point, do a two-stop race, and then have crummy tires at the end. I want good tires at the end. So I'm going to wait.
Did you just say aggression?
Yeah, and my strategies hardly ever work out. Something always happens.
Yeah, but look, if you're close to somebody and you're getting close to the end of this race, there's money involved. Feelings will get hurt. That's just the bottom line. And
like our buddy John Neidick the other day said something about spinning his own grandma or something.
Yeah, there's people out here that
Joe,
would spin their old grandmother. Joe or John, those guys, that's a whole gang. If you're from Ohio, are you guys in a gang? I'm just curious. I've met a few of those guys. Not just a neighborhood, like the whole state. It seems like a gang. English and I are from Texas way, so there's some tough people up there in Ohio. I'm sure we have a few racers from Ohio tonight.
Are we gonna have to do our disclaimer again about the views of Adam Turner do not reflect the views of M.
Yeah, it's all good. I love everyone. I love people from Ohio, Maine, Spain. I don't
in
care where
Spain?
you're from.
Yeah.
I just like to have a little fun with it. They're tough people. Home with Johnny Paycheck, David Allen Coe. I mean, you don't get tougher than that.
Yeah, we had a couple Canadian drivers connect today. The 07 of Jack Dixon and the 47 of Tanner Kylan. You talk about some tough folks, man, to live up there with the extreme conditions they have up there in Canada. I mean, not the Toronto folks. I'm talking about the rest of Canada.
Oh, I love Canadian football.
It gets really cold.
Y'all know I love Canadian football. Winnipeg Jets. That's my team now.
I forgot that you watched a little bit of Canadian ball.
Yeah, I'm jack of all trades, master of none. I'm kind of a cultured guy. So
I've watched arena football sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Hey, Brown, 9 through what? 13 there. Looks pretty good.
9 through 13 are pretty close together, but we also had a pass for second. You had Jacob Chrisman pass Trevor Robertson, and they are slowly clawing their way back up to Jonathan. So we'll just have to see how strategy works out. They might actually end up being forced to kind of do a undercut pit strategy here if they want to catch Jonathan, because that is a big gap.
Oh, the old undercut. Here's the deal with that. I don't even know what that means, Brown, but it sounds like it's amazing. And I hope they do something to catch him.
Well, they're all basically on the same tire strategy, that 33, lap 33, lap 34 tires. So they're all going to be watching how their times are doing, because, yeah, if they're going to catch Jonathan, they've really got to master the art of tire conservation here. A buddy of ours, Greg, y'all don't know Greg Klein. He's one of the guys that I don't know how he does it. He'll go out there and run consistent, good laps, and he'll make them tires last forever. But these guys are going to be feeling the pain if they try to stretch it too far. So,
yeah, because I'm thinking we're going to start seeing, so the earlier pit guys, I think we're going to start seeing in about 5 laps, and then in about 10 laps is real kind of where that bulk of the field's going to be coming in.
Yeah, well, I'll be down here on pit road. I got a cooler full of cold beer, and I'll watch and I'll tell y'all what happens. But man, Brown, would you have predicted something like this on a recruitment race? Just think how good the actual racing is going to be in this league.
oh, no kid.
Nah, I don't think there's any way I could predicted this, and you might want to throw a lock on that cooler, because these guys are working hard. So you know they're going to be thirsty at the end of this one.
No, they ain't touching my cold beer. Unless they give me some of that payout. You know, give me a little payout. I'll give you a cold one.
As we kind of see here, the number 9 of William George and the 00 of Roy Hyde are battling it out for 4th and 5th here.
Hyde's making tracks still. He's moving up. He's up 12 spots overall. I'm still watching that 31 of Jacob Chrisman. Up 25 spots now. He easily has the Hard Charger Award tonight if he can just maintain. If he can stay in the top 10, I think he's got it locked up.
Yeah, that's a money spot right there. So
yeah.
That may be his strategy. Just get a little money out of this thing and join the league, and let's do it.
And talking about that 31 of Jacob Chrisman, he has knocked that lead down by a second, so it's now 4.5 seconds to that leader. So he is slowly and surely chewing up that time.
Do you think the leader, Jonathan Adkins, is looking in his rear view a little bit and watching that relative? Do you think he's doing any of that in there, or is he trying to drive his race?
Look, I guarantee you he's got that relative pulled up.
Yeah.
So every time he gets onto the backstretch there, he's looking down at that relative and checking it.
That's why. Yeah.
That's sure as heck what I'd be doing.
That's why sometimes you need like a human spotter to tell you, focus on your race. Don't focus on the back now.
Yeah, I'm looking through the entries today. I don't see anybody that actually has a human spotter today. That definitely has its advantages for guys that don't run a program like crew chief or something, and they like talking to somebody and having some feedback and stuff on how they're driving and how the other cars are doing, and controlling your pit stops and stuff for you. It's a really great thing to have.
Yeah, it is. And Tanner Kalen must have listened to his, because he's took a pit stop and he's about to come out. So he has some kind of strategy going here. We'll see if it works for him.
And a pretty good pit time for him of 14.8. So relatively good there, knowing that you took 4 tires and fuel.
It's like Jonathan's. I guarantee he's watching that relative a little bit closer and a little bit closer as he sees that gap starting to dwindle down.
Well, hey, man, I'm having a good time. I hope there's people watching this thing. I know there's friends and family out there watching. I hope they're having a good time. I don't know if there's any new comments or anything going on out there, but hey, shoot us a line. That's what we're here for. We're here to be the voice of reason for y'all.
Now, speaking of Bing 72, posted on YouTube, the 3-car sponsor is Taylorsville Terror. It's a haunted house in Taylorsville, Kentucky. It's terror time, is what he says. But
all right,
you ever go to those when you're a teenager and stuff?
No, well, yeah.
Oh man, with his jumping
now,
out with chainsaws and stuff.
Yeah, I can't do that Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I watched the movie.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So yeah, if you're around Taylorsville, Kentucky, this fall, and you want something fun to do around Halloween, check out Taylorsville Terror, a haunted house in Taylorsville, Kentucky.
12, 13, and 14, they're kind of shaking it out here. Man, still racing on the track. You know, it looks like it's single file kind of, but there's still a little bit of racing here. People want to get up front, and they may have a strategy to do so.
And the person so far with a pretty solid strategy is Jacob Chrisman. He is currently running at least 0.2 a lap average faster than Jonathan, so that gap time to the leader is coming down mighty fast.
I think he's looking at pitting here soon anyway. So you mentioned it earlier, getting down on pit road during a green flag, you're going from 170, 180 miles an hour, and trying to get that thing slowed down to 55. You really don't want a penalty going in. They're not going to clear a penalty for speeding in the pits here. The admins made it pretty clear that they're only going to clear black flags if you have an issue with maybe erroneous passing the pace car, or maybe if you get spun and you go down into the pits. They're going to clear a black flag if you get something for unsafe pit entry or something like that. But yeah, you gotta watch that speed when you're green flag pitting, because guess what? If you get a penalty, you got to serve it under green. Even if the yellow comes out, you got to come back down after they go green, and especially here, you may go at least a lap down, I think.
And speaking of which, here comes Jacob Chrisman down pit road. So he's coming down, just at that 2/3 mark. So they should be able to make it from this point on. And it looks like he is trying to maybe get that undercut, get a little bit of time on that leader. I mean, he already chewed up a whole bunch of time, but I'm sure Jonathan Adkins now is doing like, I got to get down in the pits. I got to get some time here.
Yeah, this is mind games now.
Here we go.
That's what's happening here.
Couple more takers. Eric Blunt, Simon Shregis just came back out.
Well,
here we go. Here we go. Second through fifth coming in.
Yeah, I'm in awe of what's going on here. Recruitment race hosted, open hosted. and we have some super clean driving. It's been incredible.
Your
Y'all
new
need to
leader is
check
the
this league
sticks of
out.
Trevor Robertson. Yeah, you're definitely right. If you like this kind of race, you like what you're seeing tonight, check out Vigilante Racing League. Look it up on the league directory in iRacing.
And so, like you said, Trevor Robertson there, your current leader before this thing completely cycles through. Still have about 12 to 13 cars that need to pit quite yet, and at this point, you know, I would say, come on, let's pit here, guys. This thing's starting to wind down.
You got a little over 30 laps to go here.
Yeah, tires. One more set. Let's do it. Get out there and finish this run. What a heck of a run it has been as well.
Amazing green flag racing here.
You still got some racing going on as well before these guys pit. You got Ricky Wittenberg and Austin Paul. They're currently second and third before the pit stops here, and man, they are pretty darn close to each other.
Yeah, not really challenging each other for position. They're riding together, taking advantage of a little bit of draft, just staying together, trying to make some track position. They're not fighting for the lead or anything, but both of them sitting in money spots right now. The top three do pay out.
Yeah, Ricky Wittenberg's got that crazy green-looking car. The tail end of it says pounding the competition. So apparently that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's pounding most of these guys out here.
That would look good under a black light, you know.
Here comes the leader in for pit.
Yeah, Trevor
Sticks of
Robertson.
So some more cycling going on. A couple other cars coming in and coming out. It's like third and fourth here. It's like Jorge Rincon is also pitting in. He's up 17 spots so far. He's going to give up a little bit of that track position right now, but hey, newer tires mean you're going to be a little bit faster when he comes out.
And we were talking about that undercut as these guys were kind of planning on their pit strategy. You got Jonathan Adkins currently sitting in fifth, still needs to cycle through, but the gap when Jacob Crispin went in was like 2.5. The gap is now 1.
I want to give a shout out to Angelica Timmerman. She's flying a maple leaf. The back of the car says I am 911. The front of the car says back to blue with a headset. I believe that she may be involved in dispatching. And let me tell you something. We love our first responders out there in the military. Just speaking on behalf of this little race broadcast crew.
Appreciate all the years you put in law enforcement, Adam. And I know that that dispatcher, that's your lifeline, man.
Yeah, they hold the key, and they are the voice. So that's the car she's running, and I'm pulling for her. I hope she wins. Angelica Timmerman, number 27, riding position 11 right now. Maybe from Canada. Even better, eh?
Even better, as Austin Paul and Ricky Wittenberg still have not pitted yet.
The leader coming up on a little lap traffic, the three of Austin Paul. Yeah, they're staying out as long as they can. They're kind of on the little strategy I was thinking about before was, you know, if there's going to be a caution late, I want to have the newest tires out there, even if it costs me a little bit of track position up front.
I mean, our top 4 of Austin Paul, Ricky Wittenberg, Josh Bittner, and Tyler Green have not pitted this second time yet. So right now, Jonathan Adkins and it looks like the 31 of Jacob Crispin. You know, that's kind of, I think, going to come down to who's going to win this thing.
Here comes Ricky passing the 3. So your new leader, the 55, Ricky Wittenberg, passing that 3-car of Austin Paul as he goes into the pits. So the 3 of Paul's going to pit. Let's see if Josh, Tyler, and Ricky follow suit here.
Yeah, Tyler needs to, but I'm looking at his car. Well, he's got a nice big old deer on the front hood of his. He's kind of up my alley too, Tyler Green, and he's run real steady. He's only up 3. He's kind of run his race. So, but he needs to come down here and get tires, I think.
So the 00 Roy Hyde takes another position, passing the 47 of Canadian Tanner Kalin for that 6th spot. The 00 on the move again.
What about Josh Bidner in 84? He's up 23 spots, but he needs tires as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be a close race between him and Jacob Chrisman, who picks up this lucky hard charger award. I think if Josh does have to pit here pretty soon, he's going to end up giving it up to Jacob. It looks like they're in a tie right now for it.
Yeah, he needs to. He last pitted on 39, so it's coming.
And Tyler Green shuffling back through the pack as his pit stop commences. Still got Ricky and Josh up there for positions 1 and 2. And Jonathan Adkins is making up some ground on him. The person who hasn't been making up too much ground, Jacob Chrisman, has actually lost some time. The gap is now 3.8 between Jonathan and Jacob as Josh coming down pit road.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement on the track, and I'm looking at Simon Schragus. I don't know if that's how you say his name. Vigilante Racing guy. So you want to be in this league, you need to talk to him. But the hood of his car looks like some kind of crazed snake. It looks like a carnival. It's kind of scary, actually, but he's running a P13 right now.
Is that like one of the ones that pops out of the can?
Yeah, man. All their cars kind of look like you put a black light on it, it'd be, you're in a fun house or something. So
It looked like a Jackson Pollock painting, maybe?
yeah, I don't know if they're trying to scare us or what, but man, they're out here having a good time.
Looks
the
like
3 got really loose.
man
He
is
was
just
able to hold on to it. Man, scared me for a second. I thought he was gonna send that thing down in the inside or outside wall.
this race is not over yet, so any little mistake you happen now, I mean, we're under 25 to go. We're at 24 laps to go, so it's kind of getting down to that crunch time.
Well, this is where we start to see fights next to the hauler, so I'm all about this time. Well, what do we have, 22 laps to go? It's a 200-mile race now. At minimum. I'm not good at math.
The 30 just wrecked.
Uh-oh.
The 3-0, the 30 car
And he's
of
sitting down
Chandler
there.
Hayden.
We'll have to take a look back and see what happened there.
He said he got spun. A little radio traffic.
Looks
He
like
must
he
have saved
did. He hit the wall hard.
Well, that's where the fights begin.
So let's take one more look
Oh,
at
man.
it.
That's that part of the wall that juts out on an angle, and he just hit it. Almost like a 90-degree angle, man.
He was spun there. He got hit in that rear quarter pretty hard.
Man.
Ricky
He was off the
Wittenberg
pace,
is
though.
coming down pit road here.
It didn't look like that car behind him really had anywhere to go.
The car behind him did have room, so I don't know what was going on there, but the back of Chandler looked like it had been hit before, so
Yeah.
something may have happened earlier on in this race, but our field has now cycled through. Jonathan Adkins back into the lead with Jacob Chrisman sitting there in second, about 3.5 seconds back. Trevor Robertson sitting there solidly in fifth, but he's also got Roy Hyde sitting right there behind him.
You mentioned it, Ricky Wittenberg coming in and finally getting some tires. But look, man, he's going to have the newest tires out there. lap 78 tires. So
Yeah.
him and Josh
Strategy, dude.
Bittner, yeah, man.
He waited probably till the last minute. He was running really well there, so
The 28 of Jorge Rincon still with 37 tires. So he's got some ancient tires on there. He's bound to be coming down soon.
man, his tires is almost as old as you.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But he's still running pretty good, almost in
Yeah,
top,
not bad.
almost in a top 10 position. But like you said,
hoping for the caution.
he's hoping for a caution that I think, because we're so spaced out now, isn't going to come, as it looks like Zach Wheeler up into the wall and losing a whole bunch of time.
Yeah, well, look, dude, $50 for the winner tonight. So let's punch it is what I would do here at the end. And heck, man, there's P2, P3, and the hard charger gets money. So Jacob Christensen right now, he's sitting P2. He could get double the money.
And he is slowly eating back that time. The gap is now 2.8. It was 3.5 earlier on. And he is running much faster lap times. So the only question is, with 19 laps to go, does he have enough time to get there?
So Adam, what I'm getting from you is, you don't have to be first. You could be second. You could be third, fourth. Hell, you could even be fifth. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, you could, and you could put a kilo of Mexican yam yam underneath one of these cars, And that's kind of what Jacob Chrisman, I think he's doing it, because he keeps moving and moving and moving.
He is showing no signs of letting up 25 spots. Yeah, that 31 car is on a tear.
And he's still, like I said, running faster and faster laps than the current leader. As of right now, it's about a half second a lap faster.
Man, and the sound of these cars is amazing. They're just the way they run across this track. Beautiful track, nighttime. Oh man, look at Roy Hyde and that 00 machine P4. He's got some kind of woman on there now. That's kind of provocative.
And like we said before, he's been moving up all night. Every time he gets in traffic, it's like Yahtzee. He's about to pass these guys for sure. He's that quick.
As you also got William George. He's been pretty steadily up there in that top 5. He's currently working on passing Tanner Kalin. Looks like Tanner got it up into that wall a little bit, so he's going to be reaching up into that top 5, which is about right where he started.
Look, man, I haven't even seen lap traffic cause a problem with anyone yet, so everyone's playing by the rules here, and I think they can have set the ground rules down correctly in this league, and if what we're seeing today is indicative for the next 15 weeks of racing, man, join this damn league. I'm telling you right now, this is it.
As that gap is closing more and more. The gap is now 1.4 as Eric Klafka coming down into the pits.
Yeah, every time I hear you say that, I think of Eric Clapton, but yeah, he probably needed to. He's sitting there right on the edge of on the lead lap, so I think he might go a lap down with that, but hey, no caution. No problem. Let's do it.
And you're also saying, lap traffic hasn't been an issue. Well, I'll tell you, part of that reason is we still have 14 cars on the lead lap and 22 cars still running as of right now. So, man, that tells you this field, even though it's spread out, they're not spread out too bad.
Yeah, and there hadn't been too many people that just gave up on it. Most of these guys are running out here, putting the laps in, clicking them away. Man, we're 13 laps till the end of this thing. It's amazing how fast this thing has run off with no cautions.
And coming to 13 laps to go, the gap to the leader has shut down to half a second. Does Jonathan have enough to hold off Jacob? As Tanner Kalin having an issue there. Let's see what happened to him. I'm not seeing much of an issue. I think he's just coming down pit road, pulling it, and kind of stopping.
A couple times. Yeah, he's been down there a couple times recently. I don't know what's going on with him, but man, this action here in the front, it kind of
starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, man, let's do it. I mean, Jacob is on fire, or as we say in Texas, en fuego.
Yeah.
He's also looking to the outside to make a pass for the lead. It isn't quite there yet, but he is right on that back bumper of Jonathan. It's only a matter of time before he makes this move. Looking to the inside through turns 3 and 4. Does he have enough to make it stick?
Oh, he's clear if he can move up.
It's a 17.
17 hit it.
17 gets pushed up into the
Pinch
wall.
job. That's called a pinch job. Let's get it going now.
So Jacob Crispin, your new leader, and hoping Jonathan still has enough left in that car to maybe catch up, but unfortunately I don't think so, as we're now got 12 laps to go.
Well, I hope he does, and let's turn him. Let's do this. Let's get some fights going. Let's get something going on at the hauler. Hey, that was awesome. I'm just making stuff up at this point.
If you're not happy,
I don't think there was
a helmet at somebody.
That's true. I don't think there was any ill intention there, but it was just good, clean racing. Yeah.
Man,
let's be honest. I kind of, overdo it sometimes.
As I've been watching Jacob here, he's had that 82 of Mike Everidge right behind him just about the entire time. So he's been having a pretty good race there. And another thing to note, Trevor Robertson there, due to the maybe contact with that wall, he's inching his way up to Jonathan as well. So we'll see how this top 3 shakes out, as Jorge Rincon still has not pitted yet.
Man, he is really holding on.
How much fuel is in these things?
Almost out of fuel. He's got to be almost out of fuel, as we're coming up right here at 10 to go. I don't think he's going to last much longer. He's really, really got his fingers crossed, hoping for a caution here. And if we do get a caution, it looks like the 72 of Adam Boltmeyer will probably get a lap back here. He's the first car a lap down.
As it sits right now, Jacob Crispin would bring home $60, man. If he won a thing and got the hard charger, that's $60 for a Vigi game. I'm sorry, a simulation. That's not a bad payday, sitting in there. But hey, this has been a long, grueling race, to be honest with you.
That it has.
But these guys have done a great job keeping it pretty fresh and clean of cautions. And I mean, it's been a decently long race. It's currently just over an hour and about 6 minutes. Yeah. So, man, these guys have ticked off a lot of laps in a decent amount of time here.
Yeah, man, and I hadn't seen anybody get as angry as Derek Schimmel out here at all. These guys have kept it clean and kept their heads cool.
So I'm looking at Vigilante Racing League's flyer for this race, the Summer Sizzler 100. They're showing $50 to pay out to the winner, $25 for second place, $15 for third, and the bottom says fast time, $10 payout. So I'm not sure if that's hard charger or if that's going to be
the fastest lap.
Yes, that's the fastest lap.
I might have got confused. You talked about the Sizzler. I mean, I got one down the street. I may have to head there tomorrow.
In fact, let me jump over into the admin's chat, see if I can get some.
Yeah, make sure. We could have been making that up. I don't know, but $10 is $10, right?
Yeah. And it looks like there's nobody in that channel, so
it's gone too smooth.
Yeah,
you don't need any admins.
Hey, there's Dave right here. Let's ask him.
Fast time of the race. Not the
All right.
fastest lap of the race.
Thanks,
All
Dave.
right.
We sure appreciate the
Yeah,
clarification.
well, we're just up here making things up then. Sorry about that.
I'll get out of your booth.
All right,
appreciate
brother.
you, buddy.
All right.
So there you go.
Okay, well,
Fastest
you know,
time.
we get things confused. You guys know we have fan club. We're booked quite a bit, so
Oh, we got
sometimes
two
we
cars coming on the 20 and the 32
Whoa.
get together.
Ooh,
The 20 and the 32. Wow.
that was dangerous.
We're staying green, though, folks.
We're staying green. Everyone's still rolling around. Although that might have shook some things up for kind of near that top 10 as Jacob Crispin drives around them. But,
That was wild. I'm sorry to mention that we have fans. We do actually have fans, and we're so happy
I
that.
got one blowing on me right now because
And
it's hot in here.
Yeah, I know. That's about all we have.
Don't look now. Trevor Robertson made up a lot of time, so he's now sitting in second. He passed Jonathan Adkins, so Jonathan Adkins, maybe after that wall hit, is kind of losing a little bit of the groove here. He still has 3 seconds down to 4, so he's currently in a okay spot still. But man, from someone who looked like they might win this thing to fairly quickly falling back, yeah, it's kind of hate to see it.
He's running out of time quick, too, here. So we're about to, I think we're 5 to go at the line here. What do we got? 14 cars on the lead lap still? That's pretty damn good considering how long this race was. And almost all of it green flag. So,
Yeah,
wow,
you're
what
looking
a race we've
all
had.
the way down to 20. They're only a lap down, dude. So you're not seeing a bunch of stragglers here. This is some real racing. I mean, it's been single file, but it feels real. It feels awesome to see these guys run around this track without killing each other like stuff we've seen in the past. So what a league, dude.
If you want to talk about difference in lap times for older and newer tires, the 89 Eric Klafka just unlapped himself, as did the 27 of Angelica Timmerman. So those little bit newer tires might not be a whole ton of laps difference, but it was enough.
Oh, the old Bill Elliott special.
Yeah, but Jorge Rincon, he's still battling it there a little bit with Ricky Wittenberg for 9th and 8th. Again, he still has not pitted. And it looks like he might try to push this thing down to the end. Again, I don't know what the fuel run in these cars is, but we now have 3 laps to go.
If I was a tech guy, I'd be planning on drilling some holes in that roll cage to see if there's a bunch of fuel in there. Because, my goodness.
Old tricky Jorge Rincon. That's what we're going to call him now. Old tricky. He's making it work for him.
Yeah, his lap times are quite a bit slower than some of these guys, but he's hanging in there. He may get a top 10 out of it.
Yeah, he's just battling, dude. Hey, have your own. Hey, be your own person. That's what America's about. Don't follow the leader, dude. Do what you do, and he's doing it.
And Jacob Crispin securely has this one in the bag with Trevor Robertson in second and Jonathan Adkins in third. Roy Hides had a pretty good day so far, sitting there in fourth. Looks like he does have some racing left with William George, as those two are still pretty close. But this race is going to end on this very next lap as Jacob Crispin comes across the line, taking that white flag, sending her down into turns 1 and 2 for the final time.
Wow, what a dominating performance here tonight.
I just can't believe what I've just watched. I mean, amazing. A recruitment race to be this clean. Wow.
For money, no less.
Guys. Yeah, and for money.
Makes the pass and gets up in that third spot, the last money spot.
Yeah, Roy Hyde snuck up in there. I think Jonathan Adkins just doesn't have the tires left as Jacob Crispin takes us out of turn number 4 for the final time and across the line and gets the win here today. Let's see who is able to get into third, and that is going to be Mr. Roy Hyde. Trevor Robertson, it's a great day there, finishing in second, with Jonathan Adkins finishing there in fourth.
What a great effort by these guys to make a clean, fully green money race. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
Oh, man.
I hope the whole season is like this.
Dude, if I want to be a part of it if it is, because look, the only fireworks we're seeing are the ones being blown off the side of the track right now. Everybody raced clean. They stayed in their lane. They did what they were supposed to do. And at Brown, how fun was that?
Dude, racing doesn't get too much better than that. I mean, it was fairly clean. Yeah, we saw a little bit of, can't even call it shenanigans, because no one really had too big of an issue, but everything stayed settled out there on the track, and that's gonna give a complete solid run away for Jacob Chrisman. Trevor
We're lined up
Robertson
for a good picture right here.
Yeah, Trevor Robertson coming in second pretty well, with Roy Hyde finishing in third. So a great job from them.
So, Vigilante Racing League is going to be racing every Wednesday, starting on the 8th of September. It's only $20 for the whole season. And then they have payouts every week for first, second, and third, and first place gets $25. So, I mean, if you pay for $20 for a 15 race season and you only win once, you win your money back. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer to me. They really have a great plan set up for this league, this new truck league.
Yeah,
check them out, Vigilante Racing League.
It seems like they actually put some thought into it. And
They did.
Those Grampy guys, we know them. They're good race car drivers, race truck drivers, whatever you want to call them. Join these guys, man. You're going to have some fun. So I think we're going to talk to a couple guys that run this league and maybe own it. I don't know. But, man, what a great time, Brown. Awesome race.
Yeah, we can't see if we can get Mr. Wittenberg and Mr. Vaught up here so we can just give them a little quick chit-chat so they can also talk about their league and, just get their thoughts on how well this race went on.
Nope, I can't drag them up.
Well, that's a technical issue. We'd like to deal with those here at Midwest Days of Thunder TV, AAA Broadcasting. We have problems sometimes with computers, so it's no big deal.
Man, Dave, I know you were sitting there kind of just being an admin for this one, but were you surprised as the rest of us as how clean this one went?
Yes, and I'm happy that it was, being that I was an admin. If you guys give a shout out to Mr. Josh Bittner, he did have the fastest lap of the race.
All right.
There we
Good
go.
job, Josh. $10 coming his way.
That's cash money, dude. And listen,
That's right.
man, and we talked about this kind of during the broadcast. For kind of like a recruitment race, people are jumping in and out, and wow, what a race. There wasn't a bunch of shenanigans. There wasn't crazy stuff going on. Y'all must have had control of it up there in the admins.
Yeah, we didn't have to.
It worked out.
We only had to review a few things, and didn't really hear any bickering from anybody, so it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, no,
That's amazing.
if I were you guys, I would send an invite to every single one of these people in here, because that was some solid racing.
Yeah, we only had to let one driver go, but it was due to his internet. And we wrote his name down so we can at least let him know why. And
now joining us up here in the booth is Jess Vaught. And just talk about your league real quick here, Jess, because I mean, if the league's going to run just how this recruitment race ran, man, it's going to be a great season.
So the league starts on 8 September. It's going to run for 15 weeks, and each race will be a payout race of $55 per race for the podium finishers and like a hard charge and everything. And we have that all published on our Facebook page. What we're trying to do is get some quality drivers who are tired of running the public rooms and want respectful racing with each other and have a little bit of money to gain out of it too, and eventually some camaraderie with the league itself.
Looks like you guys put a lot of thought into how y'all are structuring this as far as payouts go, and $20 to run a whole season. I mean, me and Adam were talking about that's a bargain, you know, just to be able to get that many races in and that many chances for a podium. And lots of chances to win your money back. So, yeah, the camaraderie thing will build over time, but you guys are wanting some drivers to join up to try to increase some car counts and stuff.
Oh yeah, and that was part of it. We get you get all those opportunities to win your money back essentially, and make a little bit of money on top of that. So we try to make sure we kept it low enough so that the average iRacer, and that's what we're going for, the average iRacer has an opportunity to get in there and have some good racing and a chance at some cash prizes. Yeah, and we're looking forward to it, and this as part of this recruiting effort, and we're getting the word out, bringing on great broadcasters like yourself to help us out, getting the word out, and have a quality broadcast for people to have their loved ones log into and have a look. You know what we all have a passion for. And takes up a lot of my time, frankly. You can ask my wife, Lori.
I know the feeling, bud.
Yeah, it takes up a lot of our time as well. But we love it. And this was for a recruitment style race. We talked about it. I don't think we've seen a better one. I mean, y'all put on a show. Good job, man. We're telling everybody to check this out. Y'all got a good league. You got good tracks, and the trucks are perfect because you're talking about rookies to A class. Doesn't matter as long as you got the like-mindedness of y'all, and it's just a fun car to race around these tracks. So, hey man, y'all, I think y'all are onto something. You're onto the right recipe here.
All right, thanks, Adam. Yeah, that's what we're going for. Is something that everybody loves to drive, and the trucks are fantastic. They draft still, unlike some of the cup cars in next gen. So this is a fun vehicle to get people excited about, and it drives great at just about anything. And we're going to run a variety of tracks. It's going to be the super speedways to the mid-level tracks to the short tracks, a couple of road courses in there. So we're trying to get a good variance in there that plays to different drivers' strengths, frankly. And they might circle that particular track on the calendar, say, I have a chance at winning that one. So we're really looking forward to this. And I want to thank you guys, Adam, Allen, and Alan, for broadcasting tonight. I heard it went great, fantastic. So thank you very much.
Oh, man, that's awesome to hear.
And tell everybody how they can find you and where to find you on iRacing and your Facebook.
Okay, so just check us out on iRacing. You can search Vigilante Racing League. It'll pop up in there. You can apply via iRacing, or you can also go to our Facebook group page. You can search us Vigilante Racing League. It'll pop up and answer the quick questions there that you agree to competition, and we'll take a look at your iRating, make sure you're a safe racer and everything, and we'll approve you. We have we're looking at about 18 going on 20 people right now. We're looking for a 42 car field, so there's plenty of room. We want to really pack it and give people a show, and the drivers a chance to have some solid racing with like-minded racers.
Man, and if tonight, that's what we saw. So, congrats on what y'all have done, and man, I'm looking forward to the future with y'all. Awesome job, great race, and we had a hell of a time watching this and broadcasting. Thank you.
No, thank you guys. I'm gonna go check out the broadcast now and crack open a cold one.
Good idea.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah. Thank you guys for putting this together for us at the last minute here, and we'd like to thank Jess's wife, Lori, because she helped me admin the race today.
All right, there you go. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Lori. I know y'all had an easier job than you were expecting today, but if that's how, like I said, this season's going to go, this is going to be a fantastic season coming up. And I know all three of us up here in the booth, we're so excited to get this thing rolling. September cannot come soon enough, and man, we look forward to seeing y'all.
Appreciate it, man. We'll be in touch. And thank you guys once again.
All right, so that will conclude our racing events from the Auto Club Speedway in California today from this recruitment race. We'll do our results now, and man, talk about a solid finish. Jacob Chrisman finishing 26 spots up from where he started, finishing in first, getting that win, with Trevor Robertson finishing in second. You got the 0-0 of Roy Hyde finishing in third, with Jonathan Adkins unfortunately not keeping the tires that he quite wanted, finishing in fourth. William George had a solid day, finishing right where he started there in fifth. You had Austin Paul finishing in sixth. The 33 of Jess Vaught finishing in seventh, with Ricky Wittenberg finishing in eighth. Jorge Rincon was able to hang on after only the one pit stop at lap 37, so he's going to finish in ninth, with Josh Bittner rounding out your top 10.
The number 20 of Zach Wheeler will pick up 11th tonight. Mike Everidge will finish 12th. Tyler Green in the number 5, 13th. Jack Dixon in the 07, finishing 14th. Eric Klafka, we saw him up front quite a bit early on, but had some problems, but still finished 15th place, one lap down. Angelica Timmerman in the 027 finished 16th. Adam Boltmeyer in the 72 finished 17th. Larry Eddy in the 4 car finishing in 18th place. The 32 of Mike Redmond finishing 19th. The 01 of Kelly Cool in 20th. The 20 of Simon Seregis in 21st. The Canadian Bomber, the 47 of Tanner Kalin in 22nd. The 30 of Chandler Hayden in 23rd place. Eric Blount in 24th. And rounding out your top 25, the 27 of Jermaine Vine.
Yeah, and then you have in 17th, the 17 car, Brian Miskell Jr., 26th. Thomas Finsler, 27th. Russ Kilgore, 28th. Gabe Cazzolo, we mentioned him early. He's in 29th. Caleb Adrian, 30th. Anthony Rubardi, 31st. Chad Adams, 32nd. And Ryan Nardone, 33rd. Kyle Fitzpatrick, 34th. And Howie Meyer, 35th. I don't know if any of them put those laps in or whatever they did, but...
Yeah, we had a few of them that didn't grid.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Hey, you had a huge field, great race. Man, congratulations to these guys. Vigilante Racing League. Summer Sizzler 100. Awesome deal, man. Had a great time.
So yeah, you only got a couple weeks left to sign up, even though I'm sure they'll be kind of open throughout the season, but you don't want to miss that first race from them starting on that 8th of September. Again, a Wednesday night league, so definitely check them out if you've got Wednesday nights free. But for us, that is it for our Wednesday night. We look forward to seeing you again. You'll see our crew live on our next stream date will be Friday with the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series coming in at you live, and I believe they're at Martinsville, so we got some short track action. But you'll also check Isaac Wilson or Fallen God on Twitch tomorrow as he's streaming the Midwest Days of Thunder ARCA series. And man, that season's just getting started, and they're going to be at Daytona, so you do not want to miss that. For Alan English and Adam Turner, I'm Alan Brown, and we are signing off.
Thanks once again to DND Race Graphics. Check them out on Facebook. They do some pretty awesome car paints. a lot of guys don't like to say, "Hey, man, mention my sponsors," and they never once told us, "Hey, mention D&D Race Graphics." But we really appreciate the guys that put in the extra effort and tried to help their own league out. So check out D&D Race Graphics. It's graphics is spelled GRAFIX. Check them out on Facebook. And on that note, we gone.
See ya.